Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD battlefield today, and this is a bit of a different one. We've got a river crossing here today, and we have a glorious 4v4 at the Battle of the Tiber, as it's been called. This battle has been called. So I guess we're near Rome, and that kind of makes sense because we do have some Byzantine armies over here actually defending. So the Byzantines have been joined by, I believe, the Teutonic Order and Bohemia. So some pretty strong factions, and attacking them today we do have the Golden Horde, we have Hungary, we have Flanders, if I can find them over here, and we also have the Grand Duchy of Kiev. So we've got some pretty strong factions on both sides here today. And I've been told that this one is a meat grinder and comes down to generals. This was sent in by a member of my Discord. They gave me a little bit of a description, and they made it sound like it was a pretty tasty one. So definitely worth sticking around to see how this one goes down. Get yourself some snacks, get yourself some drinks, and prepare for some medieval bloodshed. But yes, you guys seem to really enjoy the last 1212 AD battle, and I'm really hoping you guys will enjoy this one as well. As a glorious shot comes in. Look at that! Well, these are just some Vigila from Epirus here, just getting burnt alive. These poor guys, they're wavering already. They're going to go to combat, it looks like, against some Pavy Spears here of Hungary, which also look amazing. I really do love these units. They look glorious. 1212 AD does a really good job with its units and how they look. Oh my gosh, there they go. In they go. Spearing away. Another good shot going off somewhere. This is a Vigila here. That's like a, I don't know what that is. Oh, this is a rocket car. I did wonder what it was, because this thing just looked like it was just firing absolute hell at units. It's just it was like shrapnel shots almost how it was going. But there's a lot of morale damage. It doesn't exactly get many kills by the looks of it. But yeah, it's doing really good shots there. Mercenary Genoese crossbows over here, fighting for the Mongols. These guys, these Genoese will fight for anyone if it's the right price. They'll fight for the actual people that are trying to destroy Europe and the world, which is in the case of the Mongols. We've got the trebuchets in the background. Oh, 1212 AD just looks glorious. It really does. And yeah, if you want to see more, just leave a like, subscribe from around here in the comments, show your support. And if you want to send in your own 1212 AD replays, feel free to send them to my Discord. The link for the Discord is down in the description of this video, as it is in every single one. But yes, I am looking forward to this one. And oh my gosh, it's looking glorious. Genoese crossbows. What are they dueling with? Just Toxite. I mean, they should win this fight. These are only light, like archers, going up against these heavy crossbows. It's pretty hard to penetrate that armor. The first sort of combat already well underway here. As you can see, the spears battling away. I imagine the Vigila will lose. They aren't that great. They are literally like peasants. The Pavies are kind of at least a bit more well trained. And yeah, these Vigila have already been hit hard by artillery as well. It doesn't seem like the attackers, the Byzantines really brought any artillery in, apart from this one really far back, which is gold chevroned, bizarrely. We also do have a pretty good defense over here. I guess it's not artillery, but we've got a heavy wagon here of Bohemia. So this is going to make this assault over here much, much harder. And there's a spear unit behind, just some militia spears. I guess maybe to protect the wagons. We do have a bombard as well from the Teutonic Order, and that, I guess, is bombarding. Oh yeah, it's got a decent angle literally onto the flank of all of these Flemish troops here. We've got some Sergeant Falconeers and stuff like that. I don't think it's really getting great angles, but yeah, there's a Culverin over here for Kiev firing. I guess if that Culverin was shooting at these wagons, they'd probably destroy it pretty quickly, but I don't know if he is, actually. We will have to see. We've got some swords now going. This is really turning into a bit of a meat grinder over here. We've now got some actual Byzantine swords going in. They might do a little bit better than just the Vigila, but we'll see. I do love the new Byzantine look. They just look, beautiful. Yeah, I guess the Byzantines are here trying to defend their new Italian acquisitions that they've held on to from a very weird coalition. That's kind of the scenario I'm going with, and they've called upon some fellow Christians, the Teutonics, and the Bohemians to help them. That's the weird scenario I'm going with. I don't know. It's a strange one, put it like that. We've got some gunners here from the Mongols being sent up. These are like, look like just some basic gunners. I thought they were like the Chinese gunners, but they're the fire lancers. But these guys are equally just as scary. I mean, gunners are pretty nasty. Not exactly getting great angles. Definitely shooting into the back of these Pavy spears. Probably should have the gunners just shoot at the swords waiting on the flanks, or just be patient with the gunners. Oh god, look at the fire kite. It's actually insane. It's not exactly the most scary thing when it lands, but when it's in the air, that thing just fires like 20, 30 shots by the looks of it. Spears here retreating. They're going to allow these Tesseract spears in here. Seems a bit of a strange decision. They're opening up some ground as well, looks like. The Byzantines are sort of pushing them back. Some success being made. Over on this side, we've actually got all the dismounted Devor over here. So these are really good units from Kiev being brought up because they're a good hybrid unit. We've got some dismounted Boyar Sons as well, another good hybrid unit here. But with both sword and shield, or mace and shield in the case of this chap here. Look at him. He's ready to go in, whack some skulls. Yeah, they're a really good hybrid unit. Always like Kiev for the hybrid units. I just generally quite like factions that have hybrid units as well. Oh, artillery is going off and did kind of hit some of these Zatraseni here. It's like a spear unit from Bohemia. I've never seen this unit. Kind of look cool. Very interesting. Also strange. I mean, it would help if you didn't hide yourself. This guy's a giant. I just realized. Look next to this guy here. This guy next to this guy, they are just giants. This guy's shield's so much higher. Don't know if you can really see that. Like, he's actually a giant. My God. I'm just being thrown off now, sorry, by this. Oh, shots coming in. And, yeah, I don't know how many shots these guys can take. I know you can burn them. And I think that's what they're going to spend a lot of their ammunition doing, is just trying to burn these guys. Honestly, as well, you could just let them use their ammo up, because they only have so much ammo. Let them use their ammo up on smurred spears, for sure. Let them just burn through that. That's a really good waste of ammunition. Vigil here. The gun is still firing, by the way, from the Mongols. They really need to hold the fire. They're definitely just shooting into the back of these Tesseract spears. Oh, artillery getting really good shots here onto the Byzantines. Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. Before they even get into action. Well, look at the chunks of, like, the units they're taking out. Poor guy here burned alive. Rip in peace to him. We'll call him Kevin. He's dead. Oh, here comes the, this is the rocket car. I don't know really how effective this is. It seems really accurate. It seems almost too accurate. Like, at least with the artillery, you know it, like, these things just fire and you, like, take out individual men. Artillery, you're taking out good chunks. Putting holes in formations. And like I said, I think it does more damage to morale than anything else. Gunners, though, are definitely doing... Yeah, look at this. Gunners just firing mercies into the back of their own troops. This is not good for morale, and all you're achieving is shooting your own men. It's not like you arc the bullet. You're literally firing directly. So all he's achieving, like I said, is shooting in the back of his own troops. Not a great tactic.
Their unit has rallied. Our men flee the field of battle.
And there you go. Looks as though the Byzantines have actually made some breakthrough here. Oh yeah, and the Tesseract spear is wavering already. This is not a good sign. But then at the same time, it might be a good idea for the... I'm not really sure what I'm calling this alliance, but the Mongols over here and their allies, just maybe sit back a little bit. Maybe they've done a decent amount of damage. They've routed a decent amount of these Vigila and other stuff, which are pretty crap, but still need routing, I guess. That's just how I can put it. What we got back here? We have got Latincon Armengeri, which is a shock infantry unit, and more of them back here actually. And we do have the Varangians here with Engel. Where are they? These ones? Which one were they? I was going to say I thought it was the back one. The Anglo-Varangioi, which is like Saxon Anglo-Varangioi. They changed their name basically. They look awesome though. Look at them. These late tier boys. Personally, I prefer like the early tier ones. I think they look so much cooler. But that's just me. I just think they look really cool. What have we got here? Just generals. We've got some cavalry. We've got some pretty good units waiting in the wings to go up. Lots of going with tier 2 swords, which to be honest they do look the best. These do look sick. Do like this sort of Byzantine look for them. But yeah, they're very cool. We have actually had some fighting now over here as well. We do have the Sergeant Falconeers from Flanders going in, and they're going against mercenary Bohemian spearmen. But I don't know if they're really mercenaries when they are actually fighting for Bohemia. Don't know. That's just me. Dismounted necks here, though, these like dismounted knights. They've actually found a way through. This spear unit here is kind of just out on its own. But yeah, this sword unit here, if they could get other units through, like Cav, there's a way through for them. I mean, this wagon here has held its fire because it knows it's just wasting ammo. It probably wants to save its ammo for other things. It's pretty hard to kill. These heavy spears going up against dismounted necks. We'll see how this goes. I'd imagine the knights would win. Oh, jeez. Bombard going through its own troops into the dismounted necks. Or dismounted knight. I'm just going to call them dismounted knights. That's what they are. The Flemish knights. Yeah, these guys are losing decisively. I don't know if that had anything to do with the rogue cannonball shot we just saw happen, fly by, but it might have done. Cavalry here. Oh, we've got Cavalry. They're just going for an easy charge on the back of this knight. These knights. I think they are. They just saw easy kills on the horizon. And here we go. I mean, this is going to be a brutal charge here. Bang! In they go. Right through the unit they got. I mean, they need to be careful. There's artillery. This is not realize there's so many. Oh no, this is not from the artillery actually. Now this is trebuchet, or no, it's the Culverine of Kiev. And yeah, he's happy to kill friendlies because he knows they're all dead. Forget going after this. Oh, actually, you know what? It is a bit. It's both friend and foe. Bombard over here firing as well. Both sides just definitely doing a lot more damage to the. I guess we call them the defenders. The Byzantine forces. They are kind of technically look like they're playing the defending role. Pole arms here already. Look at this Kievian line. Oh, looks glorious. The kite shields. Fight on, boy. What are they? They're Rataniki. Okay, fair enough. They look very nice. Yeah, the battle goes on here. Brutal. I think these are the mercenary Bohemians actually did beat the Falconeers. Looks like they're losing on this side though. Those spears. This is to Ratniki here. It's not a bad unit to lose to. They are pretty solid. Got Guard or Axemen coming up as well. These guys looking very, very nasty. I'd be surprised if they get sent in so early though. I don't know if I've ever seen tier 3 Guard or Axemen. I don't know how this sword unit's got here for the Byzantines, but it has. This fight over here is still going on. They found a way across though. This looks a bit of a pull through though, because this unit A is losing, and also I can still see that there's Byzantines fighting in the fight here, so the Hungarians definitely maybe did a pull through there. But the Byzantines here are holding strong. Look at that. I mean, they look like they're going to scare off these swordsmen. Then the next line that they've got to deal with is pole arms. They really need to get up archers. I mean, their archers though are nearly out of ammo, which is a bit worrying. But yeah, the next line is a pretty nasty one. It's made up of pole arms and swords. That's not looking too great. Shock infantry sent in over here already. So we got some Teutonic shock infantry has been thrown into the fight. Let's see these guys in action. This is prime archer targets now. And we've got the dismounted knights here going as well. I think they're going after the wrong target because they are sort of pulling through, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a bit messy down here. Poor Rataniki there just doming that shock infantry of the Teutonics. I mean, their shock infantry is pretty good. I'm surprised they don't like have a Zweihander unit. Like just have a unit with like a massive double-handed sword. That's what I put in. It seems like they're doing a good job here. They're beating back these dismounted necks, because I think they pulled through accidentally. I think that one was. I think they were going after the spears and they didn't realize that these guys went into combat. They put archers into combat here, crossbows. I don't think that's a good idea. And we've got Rathniki here retreating against the spears. I mean, these are only merely levy spears. They should be fine. But it seems like on this flank over here, having a lot less success than... Well, I don't know. It's a bit of a meat grind. It's hard to... Like I said at the beginning, it doesn't seem like either side's making much progress. Oh, we got a Stratiotes. I don't know, like a Byzantine cav unit here, though. In they go. Oh my gosh, they annihilated that Hungarian unit. That was actually brutal. That was a violation of that unit. That unit's wavering and broke. That was a full unit, and it's down to 60 men. Looks like the response by the defenders to set up some of their own pikes, which are getting shot at. Now is the time to use those gunners that they have. If they just set these gunners up around here, that would be much, much better. Don't know what this sword unit's doing here. Don't know why it's been left there. They kind of have. An ambush? I don't see any ambushes going on, but there you go. Spears here, they're fighting on him, keeping up the fight. they're going to break these spears. Got the heavy axe unit that's retreating. It's not a bad idea. They got plenty of cards still up their sleeves though. Militia halberdiers, spears, more heavy axes. What we got here? More cav. This is a really nice looking cav unit, by the way. The Hippo Varda toy. It looks really, really nice. This one is pretty good looking. I do prefer the early period one, but these still look great. With the red sort of like spears and the red shields going on. Oh, it's great. Do like this unit. Shame they're on this side and the dark side. Like you kind of have to turn the camera trying to get a better look. But they look brighter this way. They just need to turn around. That's so annoying that the sun's facing this way. Can't look at all the gorgeous Byzantine units. Shock infantry in here. Is this the yeah? This is the Teutonic shock infantry. Holding the line here. Kiev is, to be fair, nearly up onto the far side. They are getting hit hard by bombards. And look at that. The heavy axeman broke, and that's because it kept. It's pulling back and recharging, which is not a bad strategy, but you need to have something else to support while you do that. Got the spears and the axes here of the Teutonic Order holding back Kiev. These guys, I guess, could have come across each other. They are kind of in the same part of the world. But who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be the Byzantines, or do you think it will be the... I don't know, what do we call them? The Hungarian Alliance, I guess. Maybe that's what we call them, or the Golden Horde. Swords have arrived, and they're not going to break through this. This is just a solid spear line here. With pikes as well. Oh, it's a nasty pike stack formation going on over there. We've got some cavalry here. Some mercenary Cracknid horse archers. They're just running around in a circle, you know, just doing what they can to scare off the enemy. I guess it's a pretty scary formation. I wouldn't be very scared. Trebuchet getting incredibly close. It has incredible range. It probably can hit it just about everything at the moment. Maybe bar this cavalry, which is possibly what they're going for. I mean, they are pretty solid targets, Hungarian Knights and Soul Ritter back here, but it's not like you need to be taking them out. That sword unit now being broken. Seems like they just finally dealt with that with the gunners there. Here we go. Artillery is going after crossbows. Interesting target. They actually did snipe a lot of the trebuchets here. Didn't quite get them all, but did get most of them. Spears are losing here in a fight against polearms. I mean, the polearms, I think, well, I said would do a good job, but maybe not. These guys are actually getting absolutely annihilated. Look at the bodies, by the way, in the river. This would be such, like, there would be so many floating bodies around in this river. You'd be, like, not able to, like, walk through the river easily. I mean, then again, most of them might have washed down river. Who knows? But yeah, there are so many here. Absolute massacre. Anyway, let's go back over to the far side. Seems as though Kiev is being pushed back. And now they've got to do it all over again. That's the problem. These wagons here can reset up. They can fire if they fancied it. They need to send over more like weak stuff like, I mean, these Ratoniki and Dismounted Boyars aren't exactly weak. But they're being sent over first by the looks of it. And we've got some decent cab back here as well. Otroki, which are a decent unit. We've got some Boyars. I don't know. It's gonna be rough. Handgunners as well coming up. I mean, they could also be a pretty good unit, a bit to do damage to these war wagons. I don't really know how you do. I thought you burnt them, but it doesn't seem they've hit them quite a few times with archers and also with fire artillery. So I'm surprised they're not taking them out. You could try and rush cavalry up. I mean, it's a bit of a risk trying to scare off all these archers, but isn't really much to gain from that. It might just take a bit of an infantry push here. I don't know. They might also just want to be patient and hope that these guys can break through on this side. If they break through on one of these sides, the attackers, then it's game over for the defenders. They can't retake this like river easily, and they haven't got the numbers that they can easily beat them in the field, because I believe they start with like a lot less money. That might be just me. Rocket cart though. Fire now. Is this thing gonna be able to burn these trebuchets? It might be able to, you know. There's a lot of fiery arrows it's just gonna thing coming in, and they're hitting them. Killed one poor guy from the trebuchet crew, and they have. I can say they've caught one alive, but they haven't. There's 3 out of 4. I don't know what. Oh, one is literally back here. Okay, so they've been sniping each other for a little while. You don't want to get too close to the trebuchet because it does have a limited range. Going after the swords back here. Oh. Rip in peace those Hungarians. They've just been burnt alive. I like my Hungarian medium rare, please. They can fire any more? Oh, they're going after something else now. My gosh, these things fire so quickly. Back after the archers. I don't know why. These guys are nearly out of ammo. It's not like they're posing much of a threat, but there you go. Looks like we have seen a bit of a push here. Levy spears being repulsed. I mean, while they have infantry in front of the war wagons, they may not fire. It's hard to say what the Bohemian player will do, but at the same time, I feel like both sides are willing to sacrifice all for victory, even though that means shooting your own men in the back. Good shots there onto these spears by the trebuchet. It's nearly out of ammo, so it's got to save those shots for something special. And we're seeing proper Teutonic Order infantry come forward, but these Schwertbruder, if I remember correctly, are terrible. We'll see now, because one is actually in combat. And they're going to defeat these dismounted boyars, but they are pretty dead already. But I'm sure if they face a half-decent infantry unit, they will be defeated. Some, again, really nasty shots, but again, onto Levy spears. It's not like it's the most insane target in the world to take out. And we're seeing pushes over here. Oh, look at this! The light pikes of Epirus have been routed. These polearms could push up without being worried about like having to compete with anything. They have no competitor now. We're bringing up more halberds. We've got some Saxon militia halberds. These guys literally are militia. Look at their pikes. They're just like sticks with spiky bits on them. I mean, I guess that is all that a pike is, but that's a not bad shot actually. Oh, that was not a good one as well. I mean, it shouldn't really be doing that much damage to them while they're in the river. I don't know. They're going into loose formation. I guess they're trying to avoid this. They're not exactly ready to send in this polearm, it would seem. I get the gunners up. Just start shooting these medium spears at like point blank range. Punish them for being defensive. That's what I say. Always do that. But yeah, this fight over here is now fully underway. We've got dismounted boyars going in against the spears of the Byzantines. I think this is Epirus, yeah. Dismounted boyars, though, heavy melee infantry, they are losing. Just the spears, to be honest. Nothing like insane. I don't know if they're getting archer support. Maybe they are. These Prussian archers might be firing to the flank of them. These Schwertbruder are in there. I mean, they're winning decisively. I did say they're crap, but maybe they're disproving me today. Beating the spear sergeants. I mean, maybe just because they're getting archer support. Whenever I've seen these guys in sieges, they are actually terrible. But maybe they've changed them. Maybe they're better. I don't think so. I think we're just seeing them on a good day. I'm pretty sure that guy just got chopped down there, literally got a bolt to the head, then lost his head. I mean, he was already dead, I guess. And then they just made sure he was doubly dead. Still moving up slowly on this side. Polearm. Oh, here we go. What is that aiming for? Is that really seriously going for the bombard crew back here? I don't know what that's even going for. There's a good blob of infantry here that you could have gone for. And the general was here. This is Epirus' general getting very close, and you could have hit him. Is he actually going to go into combat? No. The rocket cart, though, definitely could do a shot on him. He got very close. It's a risk. Could just say you're shooting at something else. That's what I usually do. Say, oh, I was meaning to shoot the spears. I'm sorry, I killed your general with about 10 million fiery balls of justice from a rocket cart. There you go. The battle for the Tiber, man, is brutal. Fight going on down there. See all the Kievian troops doing. They are outnumbered and outclassed at the moment. They've got shock infantry there. They have the defenders. They've got spears. They've got swords. At this moment in time, there's not a chance in hell they're breaking through. Polearms, Brabosian, Volgiers. We've got some dismounted Devor going in. They should do okay. Against these spears, I don't know. Could be a close one. Let's say they do. Prove me well. Prove to me that you're like some great soldiers. Because I often like playing Kiev. I do quite like Kiev. Seem like they're doing okay for now, but nothing like incredible. And they're retreating on this side. The artillery's still coming in. Trying to take out these wagons by the looks of it. Did get a good hit there, direct hit. Didn't seem to do any damage to it though. They hit all the infantry behind, which is fine because there's a big blob of them here. They're all just blobbing up ready for whatever push they make on them. I don't know if you can actually... Actually looks like you can kind of wiggle between the wagons, but only just. Back on this side, the meat grinder continues. Gunners, by the way, right in the front lines. What they're doing here, these Byzantines need to push forward. Don't just stand there. We've got Byzantine Latincon going in. We've got gunners and like crossbows right in the front line here, being supported by pole arms. This cannot be healthy for anyone, either friend or foe. Like just having gunners firing right into their back lines. But there you go, the pole arms. The very much Italian polearms here of the Mongols have made it through. And here we go, we've got a charge from the Cavalry. They're going to go into the gunners. They slow down drastically when they go into the water. It's one of the risks of bringing cavalry in a river battle. It's not exactly the easiest fight for them. But there you go. They're kind of getting through. And now they're kind of getting killed. Look at this. They're getting focused down. Put one unit in there to pin them down, and then look, oh, there's all these Streltsy foot archers just like focusing this poor cavalry down. It's gold chevron, triple gold chevron. It's why cavalry's just not good in water. You need to kind of get it out either side, like either play it defensively or play aggressively with it. Once you kind of get like a bit of a bridgehead, you pour your cavalry over and try and cause some chaos. That's kind of what I try and do sometimes. I find river battles quite fun. They're kind of like a siege battle, but just a bit different. You just know where the enemy's coming from. They're coming straight ahead of you. It's just a straight up fist fight and just like a massive brawl. Archer Saint Sebastian. Saint Sebastian? Just Saint Sebastian. That was a really big hit there though. They have kind of got it across. Look at this. The devour of one here. We've now got some Birder Axemen going in. They are running not short on infantry, but shortish. Got some dog heads here. Do they have their dogs? No, did they release them like that early ago? They must have all been killed. This is a good sign, Kiev. I mean, Kiev's retreating his Birder Axemen, which is fair enough. But it looks like they are going to break across. You do wonder whether we should see some of these spears and swords coming across soon to replace the shock infantry, but we'll never know. The swords over here are flanking the pikes. And the pikes will do their best. They're being supported by swords now from Hungary. This truly has been a meat grinder, though. Polearms are broken. I mean, that sword unit's definitely just pulled through there as it tried to, like, definitely pulled through that sword unit of the Byzantines. You need to just kind of box up a little bit more effectively if you can do that. They are rushing for this bombard. I can understand why they're desperate to get there, but... Well, I said they're going for the bombard. They're actually they're going for this cavalry here. The Stratiotes. I don't know how you say that. Yeah, the bombard crew's off their bombard. They're trying to surround these swords. And look, again, pulling through. It's just a no-no. You shouldn't do this. Now we've got cavalry pushing across here. Lots of Hungarian cavalry here coming. I mean, they need to be careful to these gunners in the back lines. These Mongols are just shooting everyone and anyone. I know the Mongols have unlimited troops. Doesn't mean that everyone else does. It'd be funny if the Mongols did have unlimited troops. It's like, ah, yes, we're in an eternal battle until I win. But here we go. They are kind of pushing across now in good force. Heavy shock infantry now coming across. They need to hold their fire, these guys. They actually could rout all their own troops. Yeah, big push going on there now. Over on this side, still kind of really touchy. Kind of like waiting just to see who's going to make that first mistake, that first move. Yeah, cavalry really being thrown in here. Cavalry, infantry, the lot. I mean, the cavalry is not going to benefit from a prolonged melee. Look at that. Look at all the colours going on down there. Incredible. The medieval world is so colourful. And everyone just thought they fought in plain armour. Look at this. The cavalry in here from the Byzantines and the Teutonics. The Byzantine banner flying around in the front. Get out of the way. We're trying to watch a battle here, sir. Waving your flag around. So rude. And there you go. Look at that. Soldier had already been broken. No surprise there. Cavalry should just not be in this fight. This is just a grind fest. We're seeing right now. We're seeing a King's Bodyguard move up as well. Jeez. Batar Kingston as well. They need to be careful. Definitely pulling through. There's a Latin con here that should be really soft. I mean, there's a gap, a small gap, but not much. And now we're going to see Ritter Bruder here come up, and they're going to probably just smash that Batar Kingston into the side. We've got Mercenary Krakenid Horse Archers as well. Solid hit there by the artillery. I mean, it's definitely going to rout his own allied troops, but it also did get a pretty nasty hit on the cavalry down here. But yeah, this is it, really. This is it. It's turning into a meat grinder. Both sides really short on troops. I mean, the attackers should be getting in their pole arms now. They should be getting them in. If you get them in, they can scythe through choke points like this. That's why they're effective. That's why everyone shot each other's. Oh, how did this cavalry get across here? We do have a general fighting on here. We have the Otroki of Kiev has managed to get in against the Empress General. Very, very strange. Enemy general is dead. Oh, we have a dead general for Nicaea. He is going to be routing now. All the Nicaean troops are starting to waver, but it doesn't look it's mainly Teutonic Order and Empress over here now. This is not good for the defenders. We are seeing a gold chevron. Anglo-Vranjoy lose, by the way, as I don't know what it's doing. I mean, the infantry's pulling back, so really, I would have thought he'd be winning. Again, though, on this side, it's like Kiev still being ever the braver. Going in amongst the infantry, trying to make something happen. Here we go, a charge from the Teutonic Order coming in, slamming to the side of the Kievian Rus. I do like the black and white uniforms of the Teutonic. So simple, so nice. Yeah, they're routing them really nicely. A couple of units holding them back here, that's it. And there's some pikes on the way up though. They would be very good for anti-cav. As long as they don't get flanked. But here, look at this. All that's left is just the shock infantry down here, really. This is all that's left. The Mongols going to retreat their cav as they should. They shouldn't stay in combat. They will die. They might need that cavalry later on. I mean, what are the numbers looking like? It's slightly in their favor. I mean, both sides actually had a similar amount of men. Whether that was just because one could afford more quality troops, so decided to go with that, I don't know. But yeah, numbers wise, now we are at 2,700 versus 1,700. There's a 1,000-man advantage, and they are across the river, so that's the problem. Being across the river. Look at that, this Mongol is just going ham. If they lose this general here, they're in real trouble. I'm surprised we haven't seen this Hungarian knight here come across to try and chase him down. Try and do what damage he can. Got dismounted men at arms in here as well, dealing with Prussian archers. There's also some boyars I've got all the way over here. I'm not quite sure how they managed to get there, but they have. But they're looking glorious. Waiting for the next charge, but it doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon. Looks like the Sharpshooter here is quite happy just to wait. Oh, routing going on here. Look at this. Not men at arms. The shock infantry is broken. I think that might again have something to do with the friendly fire from the gunners. It's pretty rough. You should not be firing back your own troops. Gunners can be a bit difficult sometimes to use, especially in land battles. Just when you can't fire over like main lines of combat, you got to kind of get around the flanks, and then they can become vulnerable to cavalry. Again, kind of a pull through there by Hungary. He needs to be careful. He needs to be really careful. You see, he's just gonna rear charge these guys. That's all he wants to do. He needs to be when he he needs to just reform when he wants to go after unit. Again, he should have just he could have gone after the general. I don't know why he didn't do that. You can see a charge here from the Hippo Vada Toy. Oh, I thought after that unit, but they went after the stationary one. Okay, well these hard Hippo Vada Toy should do okay. I'm surprised we haven't seen actually just any basic infantry Vada Toy. It's not looking good. Seems as though the Mongols and their allies are about to get inside. 2,500 against 1,200. Come on, Byzantium. Show us your quality. Hussite Flailmen are actually a hilarious unit to look at. It's just like men, women, just like random sticks. Arguably one of the worst units in 1212. Are they funny to watch? Absolutely. We see a rear charge on them? I don't know. Oh, there are some Ritterbrüder over here, but they're chasing down the Boyars. I mean, they should win that fight. Boyars are good, but I don't think they're Ritterbrüder good. Now we're seeing these gunners here. They're going to try and scare off this general. If they can get one volley into him, which they might now. Come on, boys. One volley. That's all I ask for. Oh, don't shoot your own general, though. Don't shoot your own general. That would be painful. And a very noob move.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
I mean, it's. I don't think it's his own general, actually. It's the Mongols shooting onto the... the Flemish, not the Flemish, the Hungarians. So it wouldn't have been friendly fire, but still, it would have been kind of funny to see happen, I guess. But yeah, certainly it was a bit of a meat grinder, and certainly was a brutal one, that is for sure. They didn't exactly come down to generals. But it is coming down to the last sort of few troops here. The fight going on here is pretty brutal. Gonna see a charge here from the Ritterbrüder. I mean, they could just rout this Boyar here, but it looks like maybe go for an easier charge once this dismount men at arms. Or not? I don't know what they're going for. They're just gonna just trot on by. Oh, there they went. Literally at the last minute. Went into the side of these dismounted men at arms here. Really nice little charge. They're gonna chop, hack at those heads. Keep these Flemish down. Don't let them cross the river. And then he goes the other one. That might help deal with his cavalry. We will see. As you can see this on this side, all the defenders have been defeated. Now they can start to march across and get over here and support this side. More cavalry getting killed. My gosh, this is why I don't like to leave any cav in combat. And there you go, they've been routed pretty quickly. There's a general over here. It looks like a lot of infantry still sort of holding on. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because we know who's going to win this one. It is going to be the attackers. But they did a really good job They really did, the defenders. They've had put up some pretty good setups. I feel like the war wagons are a really good little move. I do like to see that. We watch all these infantry run like in really fast speed into the pikes. Like, it's dead. That's what they're like. Sped up as they just run into pikes. Brutal. But yeah, certainly the war wagon strat is a really good one. I do like that strategy. Trebuchets as well, also very good. You just need to kind of snipe each other's out, make sure you kill them. I don't know if I would have bothered bringing like bombards or culverines, but that's just me. I don't know. It's hard to want to decide. I just feel like the trebuchet is like longer range and always causes some sort of chaos, and it's always fun to watch. But as you can see, more troops starting to break. I think that might be the entire the entire infantry line really is gone. It's just a couple of like units here. I don't know how they're gonna break. Oh, I was about to say I don't know how they're gonna break the war wagon, but they have, and there you go, a Pyrrhic victory. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. This one was sent in by Holy Titan, who was playing as the Hungarians. It was a really fun one. His shock infantry got 100, not 100 kills, got 79 kills. His spears got 135 kills. His swords got 121. His archers 110, 127, and his trebuchet getting 105 kills. Not too bad. Then we have Uprising playing as Flanders. 296 kills with these men at arms and 286 with another here. The Pikes getting 106 kills. His archers getting 124 kills is not too bad at all. 110 kills with his gunners. And his trebuchet getting 51 kills. Then we have Kirill playing as the Golden Horde. His polearms getting 151 kills. 354 with another one here. Incredible. And then we've got the rocket car getting 153 kills, which is a lot more than I thought it would. And the gunners here getting 112 as well. Not too bad. Then Let Holdus, who playing as Kiev. 176 kills with the Birder Axeman. Then we've got like Spears here getting 83 kills. Archers getting 111 kills. 125, 153 with the dismounted Devor. So some not bad kills there either. Then we got Knight playing as Epirus. 145 kills with the shock infantry here. The Anglo-Varangian getting 98 kills. Then we've got Spears getting 81 kills. 106 with the Cav here. And then 67 with his trebuchet. Son of Rome playing as Nicaea, so it's very appropriate for the name. None of his infantry getting like incredible kills. 72, 89. Yeah, he had a bit of a rough game. His cavalry here getting 123 kills before it died. Not too bad. Then 4 Horseman Belloc playing as the Teutonic Order. 113 kills with the shock infantry. 195 with another there. 77 with the Prussian archers. Yeah, the Schwertbruder didn't do that great. They did okay, but nothing amazing. Ritterbruder getting 131 kills and his Bombard 126. Then Billy the Kid playing as Bohemia. 88 kills with his general. 97 with the Bohemian spears. 210 with the handgunners. And then these Dogheads, 70 odd kills, and the War Wagons getting 22. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. Byzantium could not hold on to the River Tiber. It seems they did fail, and maybe the Italian lands or Byzantium will fall now to this weird coalition led by the Golden Horde. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.